All right, you are highly welcome to the class. So look at, I have decided to use ash color for this. So you can actually use any color you want for your frames, but just make sure that it contrasts well, right, with the screen so that you can see what you're doing. So for me, I've decided to just use this ash color for the recycle bin and the component. Now the recycle bin is for you to throw trash. Just throw trash there. What you don't need, just keep there. Okay. And while the component is for you to keep your reusable elements. So these are the screens we created earlier. So I told you that the first thing I gave you a number of things you needed to do anytime you are about to create high fidelity designs, which we didn't follow all of them, but we're going to do that. So today we are now going to structure our apps. This is going to be a full-fledged application. So I'm going to create another frame, another section, okay, because there will be frames inside those sections, okay. Even though frames can also house frames, but it's good that you create a section for this. So for this one, I'm going to give it a green color. All right, so I'll just press I and pick this button color. And I think we discussed something about, so I'm going to call this splash screen. Splash screen. This is the first screen that shows up. Whenever the application is opened. Okay. So this will be our flash screen. After the flash screen, we can have let's say a few screens there. Then we can have the onboarding, which is the authentication. Then we can have forgot password and all of that. So the next one is, we're going to call this onboarding. Okay. Onboarding. This onboarding now contains what we have created here. So you can highlight all of them here, and I'm going to just move it inside this particular section. Okay. So I'm going to drop them here. So I'll just drop them. I don't want there are so many other screens that we'll create, but for now let's just keep it like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do to this color right now, so I told you that we're going to one of the things you need to do is that you create a guide. That's like color guide. So I told you that we're going to convert these colors to a style guide. Okay, like color styles. So these are primary and secondary color. So for the primary color you use it very often. Secondary color can be once or twice. Then you can add others, other colors, all right, which are actually maybe you can call them tertiary or still secondary. So for the brand's colors, primary colors are these are the brand's primary colors. So you call the brand's colors primary, and it's inside this brand's color there is one that is mostly used more than the other, and then secondary colors in another category. All right, that's aside the brand's color. There are also colors that you can use for it just depends on the scenario. All right, for example, if you want to color maybe a button for danger or something, it's mostly you use red. Okay, so that's kind of stuff might not necessarily be inside the brown color, but you have to just use them because of the situation as at hand. Okay, so we have created our button component. Okay, so I'm going to move this. You are going to see the color code for this color. So I'm going to move my components to my component section. Okay, so I'll drop them here on this component section. So this is the first component I've created. So now I told you that button component can be really, it can cover the whole of this section. If you want to create a complete style guide, buttons. In terms of buttons, you want to create a complete button set. You can cover the whole of this place. Because the hover effects, buttons with icons, buttons, different types of buttons that you can use in your design. Alright, so primarily we are starting with this just to give you a concept of how components work. So these colors, Well, we can have them represented as well. Okay, I have them represented as well. But more than that, we'll create. We'll just create. It's not really like a component because we are going to create. We are going to create this guy, so it's going to appear here. So now for this green, you can see the code here. I'll just click fill, click the code and copy it, or I just click a plus sign. All right. So let me click this apply styles first. There's no style in this library here. Alright, so I'm going to click the plus sign to add a style. So this color is actually added right now for me. If it's not, you can just style I copied, you can click here and paste it. So what's the name of this style? We can say this is primary let me put green. This primary green, let's say, what is it used for? Branding. Let's say just branding. I'll create style. So I'll create style. You can see that my library has changed. This primary green. So I'm going to click this other one here, and I'm going to click this application icon. It can be application menu. And then in the library, I'm going to click this plus, add new style of variable. So this is style I've added, it's not a variable. So you can see there are two sides. I told you about variables the other day. I say we are going to use style because this is primary, let's say yellow, right? So it's for branding too, but this is it will take 20% of the branding. So this is my description. All right, so it's not going to be used obviously. All right, so there are other colors that we can create. For example, let me just duplicate this. So I just pressed one, hold my shift, press the other. So I'm duplicating this. So I'm going to change this. For example, if you have a danger, you can see that it has picked the color style for it already. Can you see? So if I hit this, let me detach style, and then I'll click this color, and then for danger we're going to use red, right? So might not be 100% red, so I'll look for something like this. Alright, so something like this is okay. So this is it. So I'm going to click this, click the plus, and then I'm going to write red. You can really just leave out the description aspect, and then for success we can use the green that we have for success. Okay, so which other color do we need? So as we proceed on, with the designs, we can, any other color we need, we can always create that guide for it, for secondary. So what we're going to do now, after our color guide has been set, I'm now going to come here, select this button, and then you can see that the style wasn't applied to this particular button. All right, so I'm going to now click this and apply this style to it. You can see that I picked it. Now we're supposed to create a style for whites as well, okay, and then our background color. So that's very, very, very important. So let me just without clicking anything, just click outside the section. You're going to see this. So local styles, I'm going to click this plus to add the local style. What kind of style do you want to create? It's a color style. All right, so I'm clicking the color. Let me change this. So I'm going to bring this to, what are we creating? It's white. Okay, so I'm going to take it up. So I'm going to put white here. Okay, I'm going to put white, enter. You can see white here. I'm going to click the plus sign again. This is another way to create style. Okay, so you can see text there. You can create text styles as well. So I'm going to create this as background color. So if I create a background color, the color of this frame, which is white, is going to take this background color. So I'm going to make it like white, but not 100% like white. Okay, not 100% white. Okay, so let's say F8 is okay. So let's call this background, and then we are also going to create our text colors. That's a gray. Let's say this for backgrounds. I'll create style. So now we'll create color styles for the text as well. We are going to create color for the text as well. So now, so what I'm going to do now, I want to apply the styles first. Alright, so I'll come here, I'll select this. So you can see, if you select it, you can see selection color means the colors that are inside this particular you can call it frame that I've selected. Okay, this particular button, this particular component, the colors inside are the selection colors. Look at this white. This white is giving you code. That means it's FFF is actually for white, but that means it is not inside. It's not inside the what's it called, the styles I select. So I'm going to click this style and then pick white. I think this is my white, right? Yeah. Okay, this background is white. Can you see? So I'm showing me what is it. So I'm going to pick white. I'm just going to make sure that everything that is here is actually from. This is green. I'm going to pick this green from selection colors. I'm going to pick white, right? You can see. So I'm going to click this third one. I'm going to pick this stroke color. I'm going to pick. Let me click this. I'm coming to libraries and then picking this green, and then that selection color, and this other one too. I'm picking this green. So everything now, you can see everything is labeled now, and that's I'm applying styles to this button. So I'll now come to this. We can leave out the section aspect. So if I click this button now, this is the variant. You can see that it is applied already. You can see primary green that we created. You click here, selection color, you can see primary green. That's to tell you that this has been applied. Now for the background, so I'll leave the first screen because I'll come to this one and let me apply this FFF. That means it's white. So I need to apply for background. Let me check for background. You can see that I've applied the background color to this. So since I applied the background color, you can see that this text field is almost not visible. So to make it visible, if you click frame that has two or more other frames, I just hit enter to select both of them. Okay, now you can see this one is F6. So you can actually use white for this instead, and it will come out. Do you see what's happening to it? It will come out a bit. Okay, so we are saying that this is the background color we will be using for this particular application. Alright, so and then we're using white for the text field. Initially we alternated them. Okay,